things, I'm going to record. Someone just put the recording button, so we're going to record today's session, and we will be monitoring the chat. So if you have any questions, please write them in the chat, and I will look through it regularly and let Margarita know if we have any questions. And with that, I will jump off and let Margarita take it over.
Awesome. Thank you, Beth. I think the only one that we're missing is Jeff, but hopefully he will be joining soon.
I'm on via phone.
Oh, are you? Oh, perfect, Jeff. Awesome.
I'm here.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So good morning, everyone. Let's see. Okay. So I'm back to my PowerPoint. All right. Just trying to remove this a little bit here. Okay. Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Margarita Avila, and I am the Director of Workforce Development with the Latino Academy of Workforce Development. Very excited to present to you guys some of our best practice that we have been able to apply to the Latino Academy. And I am more excited that, I'm not alone on this presentation. So I also have some of our partners that were able to join on this presentation. So we're going to be talking now about blended workforce training, and all the focus and the information that I'm going to be providing to you guys is related to our programming, the services that we provide at the Latino Academy, and things that we have been able to learn and implement here at the Latino Academy. So I'm not going to introduce our partners yet, but this presentation, it is going to be, we're going to have two parts of the presentation. So for the first 20-30 minutes, I'm going to be sharing about the Latino Academy and our best practice and our partners. And then the second part of the presentation, we're going to be having a panel discussion with the Latino Academy's partners. And those include the Dane County Highway Department, Life and Incorporation, Quartz Health Solution Incorporation, Stevens Construction Incorporated. And then also, you can see on the PowerPoint there, the number on parentheses is the year since when they have been partners with the Latino Academy. So you'll see there, their newest partner is Quartz, but I'll share more information, and Lori will be able to share more information as well about our partnership and how everything started, how we started building the relationship with them. Also, I'm gonna be asking the panelists some questions, and if we had time, we can also if we had time for questions after I ask the questions, we can also ask them more questions. And then I have some key takeaways for everyone that is listening to this presentation. So what
Margarita, can I interrupt really? Could you get a little closer to the microphone? Would that be possible to just, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so is it better now?
That's fantastic.
Okay. So the Latino Academy, what is the Latino Academy? Our mission is to strengthen our community through bilingual adult education, job training, and employment programs. And everything that we do, our purpose of the Latino Academy is to make sure that we are helping our community to either be able to get a job, be able to get a career education, be able to be more successful within their current job. For example, how to ask for a promotion or how to ask for a salary increase. And then throughout the process, even when we place the students with different companies, we also try to make sure that students are successful with those companies. Some of our students, they're new to for example, they're new to the healthcare system. So we try to make sure that if they have questions, we're also available to support them and help them navigate through their job. Also, for example, through the healthcare system or some of the rules or regulations that they have to follow, at their job. The Latino Academy, we serve around 800 learners throughout the year. and we have an office here in Madison and then another in Sun Prairie. So here are the services, the training and classes that we provide at the Latino Academy. The Latino Academy is divided in 3 different components. So we're education, employment and training, and leadership and wellness. Under education, you see the classes that we provide, like Spanish GED, pre-GED, Spanish adult education, English as a second language, where we have different levels, digital skills literacy, financial education. Under employment, we have our Transportation Academy, which is the commercial driver's license, bilingual construction training program, bilingual customer service training program. And you see those trainings highlighted in red because those are the trainings that we're gonna be focusing on this presentation. And then we also have the Search Safe Food Management, Workplace Safety, where we provide trainings on how to be safe at your workplace. We also have Foundations of Child Care Program. And then under Leadership and Wellness, we have the Women's Development Career Series, Bilingual Academy, Bilingual Leadership Academy, nutrition classes, and a new class that we integrated into the Latino Academy programming is mindfulness. And you know, as our something that we're so strong and focused on is providing employment support. So we also are a resource center where we provide employment service that to our participants, and that includes resume development support, job leads. We help participants complete online applications, practice job interviews, connect with employers, and a lot of things that we do now, especially our classes are online. All the classes, but the construction class, the construction training, and also when it comes to help our participants with employment support, we're able to provide that online, either via phone, via Zoom, or other online platforms. So, you know, the Latino Academy, we had, our organization has been, you know, we're still a brand new, not a new organization, but we're only 9 years old organization. And something that has definitely helped the Latino Academy in different areas is the partnership that we have with employers and with other nonprofits in the community. So those partnerships have helped the Latino Academy in different areas, and those include career employment opportunities for our participants, brand exposure, range of training and employment opportunities we offer, brand credibility, and revenue. When it comes to the revenue part, I just wanna, a good example is sometimes when we had to, as a nonprofit, when we had to apply for grants, we asked, you know, they asked to provide a letter of support. And what a better way than just ask our partners. So, you know, Jeff, and he will share more about, you will be able to meet Jeff during the panel. But they, Lifeline Incorporation, they have been an awesome partner within our, you know, helping our Transportation Academy grow. Because they have been able to provide resources, support, feedback on how we can improve our trainings and our classes in this area. And also, they have been able to provide several letters of support in order for us to apply for grants. The great connection that we have with our partners is also a great opportunity, not just for our organization, but also for our participants, because through those partnerships that we have and we have been able to build throughout the years, we are able to make the connection, and this is a straight connection with our partners and with those participants that are looking for employment. So why now? Why is it important to have those connections and those partnerships with organizations or business that align with your mission and vision as a nonprofit? You know, it is very important to plan and to see what organizations in the community better fit to your needs, better fit to your goals and mission, so that you're not doing you're not doing the job just by yourself, but you're also getting support from experts, from those that are in particular to our organization, for those that are hiring our students. So that's why to us it is very important that we stay connected, and that we increase our partnerships, that we see what companies out there are needing, so that we can train our participants better, to so that we can make sure that we stay relevant with our classes and relevant with our trainings that we provide at the Latino Academy. For some organization, the best way to get things done, it is in partnership with another organization or business. Our organization is not a big organization. We're a small nonprofit. So with the help of our partners and other nonprofits in the community, we're able to get more resources, make those partnerships better, to make sure that we better support our students and our participants. So I do, it is definitely a great way to get things done, get the job done, and to make sure that your organization is advancing as well. And then also, it is a process if you definitely want, sometimes partnership can just start over, now it's a little hard, but I'm just gonna say, like, over a cup of coffee, right? If you just meet someone at a coffee shop, and that's the way that you develop a partnership, and that's the way that you kind of start, getting to know someone. But if you wanna, if you have a goal that you wanna accomplish, it is good that you start thinking about and analyzing before you ask either the nonprofit or the business, so that you can start putting, your goals, and what is it you're really gonna ask the organization or the business, the company, when it comes to making the ads, or when it comes to having the first meeting. One of the things that it does takes time to build a relationship, for the most part. Some just could happen, over a day or over a couple hours. But especially when you are trying to really dig deep and see how your organization aligns with the company, you really want to make sure that you build a structure, and then you have those goals that you want to make sure that you're going to accomplish throughout with this partnership. So, the first step of planning a partnership is to clearly define what your organization wants to get out of the partnership. It does take a little bit of planning, and see what is that you really are going to try to accomplish, or what are your goals and expectations when it comes to working and building this partnership with the company or the organization. So here are our best practice of the Latino Academy. This is what we have been able to learn, and that we definitely try to use of the Latino Academy. We're not perfect, we do make our mistakes, but we try to make sure that we're always asking for feedback to our steering committee, that we always ask our volunteers, our community partners, and our partners like the one that we have here today. What is it is needed out there in the workforce? What is it we need to improve as an organization, or what can we improve, our trainings and classes, to make sure our students keep advancing, to make sure our students are going to be able to get a job right after either they complete the training or after they obtain the GED certificate. So here's what we at the Latino Academy, we have been able to learn, and we're definitely trying to implement this best practice here with the organization. So we always looking to develop relationships, but our main goal is to make sure that we develop long-lasting relationships. We don't want to we don't want to invest the time and energy into just one time relationship. We want to make sure that this is, if it's either like one time a year, but then we can come back next year to make sure that that partner is going to be there to support our organization, is going to be there to support our training or whatever commitment you made with the organization. Something that we definitely like at the Latino Academy is to make sure that we always ask feedback for our partners, that they help us with, with our training and with our curriculum development, because they are the ones that are going to hire our students, our participants. So we want to make sure that we're always looking and see what is it that needed at the, right when they're going to be able to, when our participants are going to be able to get a job or be able to obtain the job. So we want to make sure that we integrate some of the, but that we integrate what our participants are gonna need when they get a job into our curriculum. So once again, to make sure we stay relevant to their workforce needs. And then, make sure that we have our mutual outcomes. If there is no, I get it, we want to make sure that as any relationship, right, that we want to make sure that our goals and expectations are clear. And then once we meet those outcomes, that how everyone is gonna benefit. Not only you as the nonprofit, but also how your partner is gonna benefit. And always, open communication. I think this is one of the keys. It's very important to just make sure that even if things are not going the right way, they make sure that you always keep an open communication. And then if something happened and you made a mistake, make sure you do communicate and just have that open conversation. Put it in writing. It is very important. There's some of our partners we only work together in like projects, and maybe we only host a class twice a year. So make sure that there's always something in writing so that you can go back once it's time to host the class again. For us, it's important so that we can go back to our notes and say, this is where we were last time. This is what we said that we were gonna do. Make sure that we follow up on that email, or if we have an MOU, also, or a letter or agreement, make sure they, every year or every 2 years, that you're looking at the letter, you're looking at the MOU and see how can you make the partnership stronger. How can you make, if you accomplish all the goals that you put down on the MOU, then maybe it's time for you to add more goals, or always looking to improve. So that's why it is very important that you keep it in writing, either in an email or just a letter or agreement. For us as a nonprofit and for every business out there, I'm sure it is very important that we keep performance metrics to make sure that, and this can help us, here at the Latino Academy, to either apply for more grants or just to see how we perform, throughout the year and how we can improve next year. Develop a career path opportunity versus only a job. We want to, especially here at the Latino Academy, we want to make sure our students are happy. If they take a training, we want to make sure that we provide a career path opportunity and not just a job just because they need a job, but we want to make sure that that this is something that is going to help their future, and eventually, themselves, their family, and not just a one job opportunity. And once again, partnerships takes time. At the same time, you can also develop a partnership within one day, within an hour, but it's definitely when you go deep and see and compare those missions and visions, that's when a partnership definitely you made the partnership stronger. And that is something that we have been able to experience here at the Latino Academy. Those partnerships that we have, definitely every year, we try to make sure that we communicate, that we keep advancing our goals, that we keep supporting our students better every year. So this is one of our partners, so the Dade County Highway Department. They strongly support us with the Transportation Academy. This partnership started in 2015. So once a year, together with the Urban League of Greater Madison, we train and recruit candidates to join the Dane County Highway Department internship. So this internship is a 6-month internship in which candidates get trained, but on the side, they train on the highway, the Dane County Highway Department. You're going to be able to meet Louis here, Louis Rodriguez. He's an excellent person and mentor, and he has been able to, provide. First, he started, he was one of the ones that started the training, the internship, and then every year we definitely try to always make sure that we get feedback from him to make sure that we keep improving our training and that we keep providing, the training to our students to make sure that we provide qualified candidates for this great internship. And this picture here is those 4 participants there in the back are some of our students that are currently enrolled in the internship. And then another great partner of the Latino Academy is Black and Corporation. They strongly support the Transportation Academy. They have been partners since 2017. You're going to be able to meet Jeff Limerande, and he's also a great supporter of the Latino Academy and volunteer. Jeff has been, holding our hands since 2017. And as I mentioned before, he has been able to help us get grants, providing those letters of support, doing presentations on behalf of the Latino Academy, and just sharing the great work that we do here at the Latino Academy. Something that I absolutely love about this company and about the partnership that we have, and is that we are able to refer qualified candidates directly to Jeff. So I just, we do have a straight communication that when we have a qualified candidate, I can just send the resume to Jeff with the description of the candidate. And Jeff, if the candidate qualifies, more than likely he or her is gonna be able to get a job. But it's definitely, or the candidate does not qualify once they meet with Jeff. Jeff also provides feedback to us to make sure that, if there is something the candidate was not able to meet, or one of the requirements, he also provides the feedback to us. And another great partner is Quartz. They have been partners with the Latino Academy since 2019. They're one of our newest partners here at the Latino Academy. And Lori, which you will be able to meet Lori. She's a senior talent acquisition specialist, and she's also part of our steering committee. Quartz, they help us develop our first curriculum for the class last year. But due to the pandemic, we have not been able to offer the class this year, but we're still working with Lori. We're still, trying to make sure that we stay in contact and communication to make sure that once we're able to offer the class, that we can, move forward with the class with the help of the company and Lori. Also, when we hosted the class last year, they interview all the students. So that's, something that the students were able to experience. All the students, they attended the class. They provide feedback, and the qualified candidates, were able to get a job with the company. And here is our Stevens Construction. They support our bilingual construction training here at the Latino Academy. They have been partners with us since 2014. Dina, which you'll be able to meet Dina, she's the human resource manager, and she's also part of our steering committee. This partnership with the students, we provide the bilingual construction trainings twice a year. This year we were able to provide a training only once a year due to the pandemic. But this partnership is, we definitely have a very good and strong partnership with them. They're also help us to develop our curriculum. They're always providing feedback. When the participants join the training, they meet with the participants, they draw the training, they try to meet with the participants, especially, I really appreciate that Gina, which, she's an HR, she makes time to meet with the participants before they go to their interview process, before before they try to screen candidates to see if they qualify for the job. Also, Stevens Construction provided tools for the training. So this is great because the students get to work with the tools during the training. So when they go and do the internship with the Stevens, they know how to use those tools, which I think is a key for the training as well. And then the same, once the candidates go through the training with us, so the training is 4 weeks. They do the training with the Latino Academy first for 3 weeks, and then they go and do an internship with the Stevens Construction for the 4th week. And then once they're done, Stevens interview the candidates, and the qualified candidates are able to get a job with the company. So now we're going to move on to our second part of the presentation. So here we're going to do a panel discussion with our partners. Let's see. Beth, are we able to see everyone on the screen?
Yes, so we see you and Louie and Dina and Lori.
Awesome.
And then
awesome.
I think Jeff is calling in, and so we would not be able to see him.
Okay, perfect. I only see my PowerPoint, so that's why I'm asking.
Oh yes, I know, it's a little disconcerting. Yep, we see the 4 of you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Beth. All right, so perfect. So now is the time that I'm gonna introduce the panelists, and all 4 of them are part of our wonderful family here at the Latino Academy. I just want to thank you guys for your support, for being here, for providing this wonderful information and helpful information to other nonprofits. And we just cannot thank you enough for your support and everything that you do for our organization. So I'm just gonna say your name, and then you can just say it a little about yourself, and then I'll move on to the questions on the bottom. So first we had Dina. Dina is from Stevens Construction. Dina, if you would like to introduce yourself.
Absolutely. Good morning, everybody. I am Dina Gullickson. I am the Human Resources Manager with the company. I've been here 19 years and seen a lot of growth throughout the company and our size of projects and everything, and have been part of this cohort with the Latino Academy from the very beginning. And we're really excited years later to still be really strong partners.
Thank you, Dina. Next, we had Jeff Lemirante.
Hi, I'm Jeff Lemirante. I'm the Human Resources Manager for Lycon. I've been here 24 years, and I've enjoyed every minute that I've had the opportunity to work with the Latino Academy. Nice presentation too, Marita.
Thank you, Jeff. And then next we have Lori. She is with Quartz.
Hi, I'm Lori Sheets, Senior Talent Acquisition Specialist with Quartz. I've been with Quartz for almost 4 years, about 3.5. Had the great opportunity to connect with the Latino Academy at the beginning of 2019 when they were just starting their bilingual customer service program. So helping them develop and create that. So it's been a great journey helping create that, and hopefully to continue that post-COVID, but also been a great partnership, just developing that relationship and providing opportunities for their students for bilingual customer service positions.
Awesome. Thank you, Lori. And then last but not least, we have our friend Louis Rodriguez from the Dane County Highway Department.
Hello, everyone. My name is Louis Rodriguez. I've been with Dane County Highway for the past 15 years. And for the past 5 years, I've been the lead trainer for Dane County Highway. It's been a wonderful experience for myself anyway to be in this position, and it's definitely been an educational one.
Thank you, Luis. So we're gonna start with our first question, and definitely if you have, if you have any questions for those participants that are attending, make sure you can send those through the chat, or also you can, once they answer those two questions, then you can definitely ask questions if you have any questions for our wonderful panelists today. So we'll start with Dina. Dina, why is it important to partner with nonprofits such as the Latino Academy for your company?
Yeah, so when we first reached out, and like you said, this partnership goes back since 2014. So at the very beginning, our intent was to try and diversify our workforce. However, I can really say that that focus has really changed over the years because our partnership has brought so much more than just diversity to our workplace. We have, in my mind, we have really created such a great training program for the participants. We keep it small, so usually it's 10, 12, sometimes the training classes are smaller depending on how many people are interested at that time. And we really try, and like Margarita said, really take a step back and really see, are we offering the best program to really get the best benefits? So we've changed sometimes when the class is held to attract more participants. If they're currently working, we've done weekend classes. Sometimes we're trying to capture people that are currently not working, so we've done training during the day, during the work day. And sometimes depending on the grants, they've been able to actually pay these candidates for the training. I mean, how awesome and unique is that? So we've kind of tweaked it. We've changed instructors over the years. We've changed content. The Latino Academy, this last cohort, has done an amazing job at actually getting one of the carpentry instructors from Madison College to teach a class, which I think has just elevated the level of training that they're getting in the classroom. And like she said, the hands-on tools experience and building a project before they come on site with us to our training facility for a week too. But over the course of it, we've had a medley of different cohorts now, and I can say that the candidates we've hired that are now part of our core Stevens family out on our job sites, there's some of the most dedicated, hardworking workers that we have out there. And it's so fun to see their growth because when they come, pretty much they're coming with no experience. But if they show up, they're dedicated, they're willing to learn. It's so fun to see the transformation and have their knowledge grow and see their families benefit from it and their wages increase right along with it. So again, it's just really been a fun, unique experience to offer not only with Latino Academy, but like you said too, other nonprofits within our community too. But your training by far top notch.
Wonderful, thank you, Gina. So then the same question goes to Jeff. Jeff, so what is it important to partner with nonprofits such as the Latino Academy for your company?
Well, we're in a concrete and sand and gravel business, and really 95% of our employment, we have a need for CDL drivers. And if you know anything about CDL drivers, they're not easy to find and easy to hire. You can't just go hop in a truck. You need a CDL. It's a qualified license. And in a lot of the schools that you go to, there's kind of a barrier to get in there if you don't have the money to attend the school. The Latino Academy affords that ability for somebody that maybe doesn't have financial resources to get in to get that training. So it gave us an opportunity to grow our workforce in Dane County. Definitely, it was something different. Quite frankly, I didn't know what I was getting into when I received the phone call, and it's probably one of the better things that we've ever done. You can't continue to do the same things and expect to, get different results, and it's, and I have to echo Dina's thoughts too. Every time I see one of the candidates that we've hired, they got a smile on their face, they're excited, and they really enjoy being part of your team. And again, I got to thank the Latino Academy for our partnership. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jeff. And then now it's Lori. Lori, so what is it important to partner with nonprofits such as the Latino Academy for your company?
Yeah, I was thinking about this question. This week I've been attending the Wisconsin Leadership Summit, and this has actually been a really big topic this week. And not only, as Dina had mentioned, we're just trying to diversify our candidate pool, but it's giving back to the community that you're working in. Part of why Quartz was looking to get into continue a partnership with Latino Academies. Quartz Health Insurance wants to make sure that the people we employ are similar to the members of our health insurance plan. So aligning who we support in our communities with the people that we also employ. And then as Dina mentioned, as you continue to work with these community partners, you develop more than just hiring great people. And then also it reflects upon the people that you employ. The people that you currently are working, like, okay, we're working with the community partners that we currently have in Madison and wherever our communities are. And they might bring out more nonprofits that we currently work with as well too. Like, hey, I work with this nonprofit as well too. I think this might be a good avenue to move into. So there's so many benefits of working with nonprofits like Latino Academy. So it definitely lots of opportunities there. We've been really enjoyed working with the Latino Academy, even though it's been a short time, but we've had even 2 classes and we've had 1 successful hire from there. And we're hoping to have more opportunities in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Lori. And then next we have Luis Rodriguez. Luis, the same question for you. So why is it important to partner with nonprofits such as the Latino Academy for your company?
Let me go back about 10 years ago. I was approached by Joe Parisi's assistant. His name was Dave Phillips, or is Dave Phillips. He proposed a question to me. He says, Dane County wants to make the people that work at Dane County, especially the highway department, look like Dane County itself. So why is it that we can't get more minorities into Dane County Highway Department? And the basic thing was education, knowing how to operate heavy equipment, how to manage and operate a snowplow, how to repair a guardrail, all these different things that Dane County does as a first responder. And he mentioned to me that Mr. Parisi is working very closely with Jerry Manley, who is the director of Dane County Highway Department, on trying to put a program together. Generally, I'm a pretty upbeat person, and living through the 50s and the 60s, I know how hard it is for minorities to get good quality jobs. So I kind of put it in the back burner, really didn't think that this was going to happen. 5 years ago, I was approached by Mr. Parisi and Jerry Manley and said, look, this is what we want to do. Actually, it was 6 years ago. Let's put a program together. We're partnering with Latino Academy and the Urban League of Madison. So we sat down and we started out. We only had 1 candidate at the time. And then we've been as high as 6 candidates. Right now we have 4. And basically the things that Margarita has been saying of how Latino Academy tries to help different people to get into all these different jobs that we have to offer is spot on. When we get candidates, they don't know the terminology. They don't know how to operate the equipment. They are totally just ignorant of everything we do. We give them 1,200 hours, 30 weeks, and we train them. And the result is unbelievable. We have a Latina young woman out here, and she's operating equipment just like the guys are, just as good. Matter of fact, she's probably the hungriest of all because she has something to prove. And I applaud that. But the most interesting thing for me about the nonprofit is like it was mentioned before, you give those who don't have the opportunity to have. Before I came here, I sat down with my candidates and I said, what has Latino Academy done for you? Some of the things that they said was they open doors. They make things happen. They give me wings. They are behind me and alongside of me. They've given me skills, taught me about computers, CDL, GEDs. One of them said, I can't wait for Monday so I can go back to work and learn. It's
Wonderful.
It's what we do, all of us here. We give people an opportunity to prove themselves. So I
Yeah,
say, good job.
Thank you, Louis. Absolutely. I keep hearing the word open doors, and that definition is definitely something I didn't mention on the PowerPoint, but it's something that definitely partners that help the Latino Academy open doors for us as an organization, for our participants. So that's why, it is very valuable when you have those partners on your table, when you have those partners supporting you in your mission. So we're going to move to the second question, and we'll start with Dina again. So Dina, if other nonprofits are looking to partner with companies like yours, what is the best way to start?
Yeah, I think it's literally just picking up the phone and having that conversation. And I think one of the great things that we get out of it too is I really feel like these partnerships from your side, you're almost like the case manager, right? And then we're the employer. And so by working with these individuals, a lot of them with no experience, I think we're really trying from both ends to make sure it's a good match and looking for that career opportunity, not just a quick job. So I think, we've been able to hire candidates off the street, but by having these programs set up and the training set up ahead of time, we're truly setting them up for long-term success. But back to your original question is, what's the best way to start? Picking up that phone call, just picking up the phone, having that call, and kind of having that discussion.
Thank you, Dina. And then we'll go with Jeff next. Jeff, if other nonprofits are looking to partner with companies like yours, what is the best way to start?
Well, I kind of had the same thoughts as Dina had. It's the phone call. I distinctly remember the phone call that I received from Monica when she was part of the program, back 3 years ago, asking, is this something that would be of interest to you? And I said, yeah, absolutely. Let's get together and let's, talk about how what are you doing, and I'll let you know what our needs are. And from there, it moves on to where, they asked me to kind of help out with, designing the program, what needs to be part of it, the curriculum, and then how do we evaluate what we're doing? And that's, we have open communication, Margarita and Balthazar, we talk about that, there's no such thing as a dumb question or, if things aren't going right, we have that open communication. The other thing is I've had the opportunity, and I know Margarita mentioned it earlier, the opportunity to present to get grants. And, quite frankly, I didn't know what I was getting into when I did that, except when I got a phone call and said, hey, you got a 5-minute presentation. And now I get excited when I'm part of it. You know, I guess I've bought into it, and I guess you can say I kind of have ownership of it too. You know, when I see that truck running around Dane County, I'm like, hey, I helped get that truck. And you know, I never, you know, I always take that opportunity to mention that to the candidates. You know, appreciate what you have and the people that have been supporting you along the way. And thank you.
No, thank you, Jeff. Thank you for all your support. Next, we have Lori. Lori, if other nonprofits are looking to partner with companies like yours, what is the best way to start?
Yeah, obviously, definitely making that first phone call. I actually made the phone call to the Latino Academy versus them reaching out to me. So I definitely can appreciate that. But I think also making sure that whatever organization you partner with is aligned with what your organization is for as well. Do they have the same goals, the same mission and values that your organization is it has as well? You know, are you looking to have the same goal, the same focus, same partnership? I think Latino Academy and Quartz, we have the same kind of goals and same values. We have and appreciate the open communication. We have the dialogue. We know that, you know, after the 2 classes and getting feedback from the interviews that we had a really good soft skills, but we knew we were missing the digital skills and the bilingual customer service training. Like, all right, let's fix it and let's figure it out versus just kind of, you know, going down the same path and not getting the right skills that the students needed. So being able to have that partnership relationship and finding that right organization that fits with your company as well.
Thank you, Lori. And then next we have Louis. So the same question for you. If other nonprofits are looking to partner with companies like yours, what is the best way to start?
Myself personally, I think is showing the product. When I listen to the people on the panel here, they know what the product is, a quality employee. And I think that what they're also saying is they're not only giving you a good employee, they're giving you leaders in the community. So it's the people that we've hired and the training that we have given them is what needs to be shown more. The word needs to go out. And as we do that, we show other nonprofits the quality of product that we have put out. So when I listen to everyone, we all have the same end goal. We are appreciative of the nonprofit. So to me, it would be, let's show off what we've made.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Louis. Beth, we do have some time, I believe, for questions. If you or anyone else of the participants have any questions, either for myself or the panel.
Excellent, thank you. Let's give everybody a chance. You can either ask a question in the chat, or you could raise your hand if you'd like to ask a question verbally. So I see one in the chat. I will read that out loud. It said that you serve 800 people a year. How do you recruit your learners and participants?
Yeah, good question. So, you know, with this pandemic, our recruitment had changed a lot. But like before the pandemic, you know, we were recruit like social media. We do have a social media, so we have a Facebook, Instagram account. So we're always sharing about our classes, our trainings. Also, our partner organizations like Centro Hispano or Latino Chamber of Commerce, they're great supporters. So once we have you know, our catalog, our classes or trainings that, you know, that we're going to be hosting, we also share with our community partners, with those organizations and nonprofits. And then there is also, if you guys are not sure if you guys are familiar with La Soup, so we're also, it's like an email listen where we share our programmings to other nonprofits. So we do a lot of, emailing now, and then social media as well. We also started just printing flyers and just putting flyers in different stores, or different areas in the community. And just within our own, list of students that we have, we internally promote our classes and our trainings with the current students that we have. I hope that was helpful.
Excellent. Yes, and Dina? Yeah.
You know, we've actually gone on Lama Vida before too. And so it's a great way to get out on the radio. And even if the candidate doesn't hear it, other families might, and that's how we've got word of mouth spread. So that's been a really good success too, that the Latino Academy has taken advantage of in the past.
Excellent. Yeah, so Spanish, we've got folks from all over the state on our call today. So if you've got a local Spanish radio station or newspaper, and then a question about the frequent flyers. I think, Margarita, you said that you've started printing out flyers and putting them around the community. Is that correct?
Correct. Yep, that is correct. And that includes like different stores, grocery stores, or just churches, organizations in the community. We used to do that a lot more, in a big scale before the pandemic. Now with the pandemic, it's most about social media and like email, or whatever classes of trainings we have. We also have used a TV, like a Telemundo Wisconsin, where we have been able to showcase some of the things that we're doing at the Latino Academy and promote our classes and trainings.
Excellent. And Margarita, so you say social media, is that, like, do you find that most people are on Facebook, or what medium gives you the most success results?
Yeah, absolutely. And also so before I talk about social media, we normally, when our participants register to our classes or trainings, we ask them what sources do they use if they hear about the Latino Academy through either a newspaper or TV or social media. So social media is, and then under social media, we ask what platform. So for example, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and the one that shows more frequently is Facebook. So we're constantly sharing. That's why we definitely utilize our Facebook account to share about what is it we're doing at the Latino Academy. Also, we share, you'll find different groups on Facebook, like jobs, or there are just, a variety of different groups on Facebook just to share. They're constantly sharing about what's happening in the community. So we definitely utilize all those different groups and just, blast what is they were hosting or doing at the Latino Academy, on those groups.
Excellent, thank you. Anybody else? I read all the chat questions, I think. Does anybody else have another question? Want to raise your hand? Or anything in the chat? And then, yeah, Margarita, do you want to put your, perfect. Okay, so here is Margarita's email address. And then also, I recommend going just to the Latino Academy website. You can learn a lot about the programs and their partnerships and success stories. So it's a really, if you're looking at kind of what your agency can do, I think you could learn quite a bit from just looking on their website.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Beth. And also, if you can check our Facebook page, just to kind of see what we're constantly sharing, some of our programming and classes, or if you need me to connect you with some of our partners, especially the ones that presented today, feel free to send me an email. I'll be more than happy to make the connection.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Margarita and Louie and Dina and Lori and Jeff, thank you very much. This was just a wonderful presentation, and in a time that we are all really thinking outside of the box. It's very helpful to hear what other people are doing. So thank you so much. Everyone, thanks for tuning in. We will, like I said, have the recording on the website. So if you have colleagues that weren't able to attend, you can share with them. And then just a reminder that our annual meeting is next. So grab your sandwich, grab your lunch, and we hope to see everybody on our annual meeting on Zoom.
Awesome. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you,
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Bye.